To me, to try and always have a great play all the time, that's not realistic.
You're exactly right, Bob. And last couple of weeks we've done a better job of that. We went warp, we called the play, and we ran it, and we won 3 games in a row doing that. And for some reason we got bogged down, and I just went the other way a little bit and made some mistakes. But we definitely going back the other way. We're going to be recommitted to the run game. Run it, every run game. Every run play has a run tag with it, but we don't have to put run tags on it. That means it could be an RPO, could be a run. We got to be committed to the run, so we're going to do some of those things this week.
Now, Coach O, now you could do running back by committee. You want everybody to have a chance, but you look Corey Kiner and where he's at right now is kind of Edwards-Hilaire. I mean, okay, you got a hot back. Now, if you get hit in the backfield and you're making people miss, I mean, that's a positive. Is there a scenario maybe he would get more touches? I don't care what classification you are. Just give him more an opportunity.
Oh, no, that's happening. That happened in practice this week, and we've talked to the running backs, and that's going to happen.
Coach, I got 2 questions. One, any update on Stingley from a health standpoint? And secondly, in the running game, you got to have a couple of, to me, signature runs, signature plays to run the football. If you put 30 of them in there, that's not going to work. But you got to have a couple of them that can work for you. Have you condensed that to say, hey, listen, we run this in watching the film better than this. Let's throw this out and run what we think can run pretty well.
Yeah, we started off our philosophy, we're going to have a big 5. We're going to run 5 plays. And we're gonna dress it up in different formation, but it's gonna be the same play.
Right.
But obviously, you gotta have inside zone, one way inside zone, the other outside zone, and you have some kind of power, some kind of gap plays, and that's all we had. Then we somehow got away from that, and we've got to go back to it, and we got to go back to some different formations that we started off with. We got to have a tight end in the game, put our back in some different positions, and let him run the football. So you're gonna see that this week.
Stingley, health status. Any update?
Yes. He's definitely not going to play this week, but no change as far as I know.
Okay.
LSU coach Ed Orgeron here on Sports Talk. Coach, through 5 games, what do you feel like your identity is as a football team?
Well, we were very close. We should have won that game against Auburn. Now, there's the thing that I addressed the team where we've been outscored 29-7 in the 4th quarter. And we got to fix that. We got to fix that the way we practice, the way we coach, the way we make adjustments. I think that's the biggest thing that we got to get fixed.
Now, Coach, I know you know this is unacceptable. That 70.6 yards rushing per game. That's 128 out of 130 teams. I mean, that's not LSU football. You grew up, and that's not LSU football. I mean, what do you have to do? Slap these offensive line upside the head? I know you can't do that this day and age, but how do you get their attention? Listen, you can't get in a fist fight in the field, but it's kind of like a fist fight that's legal on the line.
I think there's some things, Bob, we need to show them that we're committed to the run. There's got to be some more double teams. There's got to be some gap plays. It can't be all zone schemes where, guys are one-on-one, maybe get knocked back. We got to give them some help in some areas. We got to do some misdirections. Give them a chance. Give the guys that are very strong, give them the single blocks. The guys that are not very strong, give them the double teams and help them out a little bit.
Now, Coach O, you're in position, but what do you tell your D-line when you're rushing the passages? Break down more? I mean, I was like Johnny Manziel out there. I'm looking 5 missed sacks on one play. I mean, you got to give Bo Nix a lot of credit. But I'm like, that had to be like driving you crazy. Just tackle him. Come on.
Yeah, 2 things happen. Angles, upfield shoulder. As you know, you're chasing the quarterback from the backside. You've got to go for the upfield shoulder because he's going to run around you. And then, I don't know what caused them to do it. We got to work it more. We work it every Thursday, but they were jumping. The guy was fake pumping. They would jump, and then the guy would scramble out of there. So, don't jump, number one. Know when to get your hands up. I think that's a combination of both of them. You got to give him some credit now. We're all over him a couple of times. He just broke those tackles.
What kind of challenges do the Wildcats present you guys?
They're a good run team, man. Now, think about this. These guys are -9 in the turnover ratio, and they're 5-0. I don't know if I ever heard that.
No, never.
Coach, I was going to ask you about that. Yeah. You look at major college football, Oh, in the pros,
anyway,
that's so unusual.
You'd have to be +9, not -9.
Yeah, our record is 31-4. 90% will win the turnover ratio, and that for them to be -9, they're playing lights out football on offense and defense. Their defense is very stout. They're on a 3-4. They got a big nose tackle. They're stout against the run. They attack protections. He knows what he's doing. He's a very good defensive coach. On offense, they got a good scheme. I mean, they're running out of the pistol. Their running back is leading the SEC in rushing. Their receiver is leading the SEC in passing. They're very balanced. The quarterback can operate within the scheme. They're a very good football team. They're playing lights out.